Hi everyone, welcome back to the Wellness Pantry. Today, we're talking about a topic that's deeply personal to me and to many others, early-onset Alzheimer's disease. You may think Alzheimer's only affects people in their old age, but it can appear as early as your 40s or 50s, sometimes even earlier. Living with this condition isn't easy, and it feels like a silent battle. In today's video, I'll walk you through what it's really like to live with early-onset Alzheimer's, the signs to watch out for, and most importantly, the strategies that can make life more manageable. Whether you've been recently diagnosed, know someone who's going through this, or just want to understand the disease better, I hope you find this video helpful. So, grab a cup of tea, take a deep breath, and let's dive into this important conversation. What is early-onset Alzheimer's? Alzheimer's disease is widely known as a neurodegenerative disorder that typically affects older adults. But in early-onset cases, symptoms can show up much sooner, sometimes when you're still balancing a career, raising kids, or planning for the future. The biggest challenge? People around you might not understand what's happening, because Alzheimer's is often seen as an old person's disease. The confusion, the memory lapses, and the mental fog can feel isolating. It's more than just forgetting where you put the keys. It's forgetting the keys exist or not being able to recall your child's name for a moment, even though you've known them their whole life. Early symptoms to look out for. Let's get real about the warning signs. Often, early-onset Alzheimer's gets mistaken for stress, anxiety, or even depression. Here are some red flags that shouldn't be ignored. Memory loss. Not just forgetting little things, but persistent memory lapses that disrupt daily activities. Difficulty planning and organizing. Simple tasks, like preparing a grocery list or scheduling a meeting, become overwhelming. Getting lost in familiar places. You might forget how to get home from a regular route or feel disoriented in places you've been to many times. Struggling with vocabulary. Finding the right words in conversation suddenly feels like a mental obstacle course. Mood and personality changes. Shifts in behavior, such as becoming unusually irritable, anxious, or withdrawn. If you or someone you know is experiencing these symptoms, don't ignore them. It's important to consult with a medical professional. The emotional toll. Navigating relationships and work. One of the hardest parts of early-onset Alzheimer's is the emotional impact. Relationships, whether with your partner, family, or friends, can be affected in ways you never expected. Work struggles. If you're still working, early symptoms can make it challenging to meet deadlines or manage projects. You might feel frustrated, embarrassed, or afraid of being judged. Family life. The impact on family is significant too. Spouses often take on a caregiver role, which can change the dynamic of the relationship. Children may feel confused and scared seeing their parent forget things or act differently. Being open and honest with the people around you is key. Clear communication about your diagnosis can help them understand what's happening and how they can support you. Strategies to navigate life with early-onset Alzheimer's. While there's no cure for Alzheimer's yet, there are ways to improve quality of life and manage symptoms. Here are some strategies that have been life-changing for me. 1. Building a routine. Creating a structured daily routine reduces confusion and helps manage anxiety. Write things down in a planner or use a digital app to stay on top of tasks. 2. Cognitive exercises. Brain games, puzzles, and memory exercises can help slow cognitive decline. Try learning new things, like picking up a hobby or a musical instrument. Stimulating the brain is essential. 3. Physical activity and nutrition. Exercise is not just good for the body, it boosts brain health too. Walking, yoga, and swimming are great options. Eating a brain-boosting diet, like the Mediterranean diet, with plenty of healthy fats and antioxidants, can also help. 4. Mindfulness and stress management. Meditation and breathing exercises can reduce anxiety and improve focus. Journaling is another way to process emotions and track progress over time. 5. Leaning on a support network. Don't go through this alone. Reach out to support groups, both online and offline, where people understand what you're going through. Family counseling or therapy can help your loved ones navigate the emotional impact as well. Medication and treatment options. While there's no cure yet, there are medications that can help slow the progression of Alzheimer's. Doctors might prescribe drugs like donepezil or rivastigmine to manage symptoms such as memory loss and confusion. There are also clinical trials for new treatments. If you're open to it, participating in these trials can be an option to explore cutting-edge therapies. Coping with the emotional rollercoaster. It's natural to feel a range of emotions, from anger and sadness to moments of hope and acceptance. Allow yourself to grieve the life you imagined, but also embrace the present and the small joys that each day offers. Celebrate small wins. Remembering where you left your phone might seem insignificant to others, but it's a victory for you. Don't hesitate to ask for help. Whether it's emotional support or practical assistance, people around you want to help. Sometimes they just need to know how. What I wish people knew: living with early-onset Alzheimer's is like walking through a fog that no one else can see. But the hardest part? People's misconceptions. You don't look sick. Just because I look fine doesn't mean I'm not struggling. It's just stress. No, it's more than that. You'll snap out of it. Alzheimer's isn't something you can snap out of, it's a progressive disease. Raising awareness about early-onset Alzheimer's is crucial, because the more people understand, the better support systems we can build. Conclusion. The silent battle. Living with early-onset Alzheimer's is indeed a silent battle, one that requires courage, patience, and resilience. It's not the life I planned, but it's the life I have, and every day, I choose to make the most of it. If you're facing this diagnosis, you're not alone. There's a community of people who understand, and there are resources that can help you navigate this journey. Keep fighting, keep hoping, and take it one day at a time. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to spread awareness about early-onset Alzheimer's. And if you know someone who's dealing with this, reach out to them today. Even a small act of kindness can make a huge difference. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.